Sweet Child of Mine guitar intro tutorial starts right now. The first thing you're going to want to do for this tutorial is to tune your guitar down a half step. Start by tuning the top string down to E flat and continue the process through all your strings. Here's the first measure. Let's get started on the D string. We're going to be on the 4th string on the 12th fret. Now each measure is a repetitive pattern, so once we learn this first measure you're going to have most of it together already. So let's start here on this note, then we'll go to the 15th fret on the 2nd string. I'm going to use my pinky for that. The fingering's important on this to get this to flow right. I'll use my pinky there on the 15th fret on the 2nd string. Use your ring finger on the 14th fret of the 3rd string next, and then the 12th fret of the 3rd string. So let me just walk you through those 4 notes first. Okay, and I'll post that tab up here as well. The next 4 notes, we're going to go to the bottom string with our pinky on the 15th fret, to the 14th fret on the 3rd string with our ring finger. Then I'm going to use the pinky again, this time on the 14th fret, and then back to the 14th fret on the 3rd string with the ring finger. Those 4 notes look like this. Now let me put all 8 notes together for you slowly. And that's the first measure. The second measure is the same as the first measure, so I'm going to skip over that and go to the third measure. The third measure is the same as the first and second measure, except for one note. And it starts on the 4th string on the 14th fret. I'm going to use my ring finger for that. This is the only note that changes for the 3rd and 4th measure. Everything else remains the same. So let me walk you through that slowly. We'll start here on the 14th fret. That is played for the 3rd and the 4th measure. Now, for the 5th and the 6th measure, we're going to do exactly the same pattern, except for the first note changes again, and this time we play the 3rd string on the 12th fret. So you'll start the phrase here with your index finger on the 12th fret, but everything else remains the same as the other measures we've played. Let me walk you through that real slow. That plays for the 5th and the 6th measure. And then there's an ending when you're in this section of the song, and I'm just going to teach the ending point so that you can just start this out at the beginning of the song. It just is a repetitive pattern, and then it has an ending as the vocals come in. I'm going to teach you the little ending riff now. This starts out on the 12th fret on the bottom string, and then we're going to go to the 14th fret on the 3rd string, to the 15th fret on the 2nd string, and the 14th fret on the 3rd string. That's the first 4 notes of the measure. Let me play that. Okay, then the second group, the 4 notes, are the same pattern except for the ending. We're going to do the 12th fret on the bottom string again, the 14th on the 3rd string again, and then this time it goes to the 14th fret on the bottom string with the pinky, to the 14th fret on the 3rd string with the ring finger. Let me play those 4 notes. Alright, so now that whole measure, slowly. Alright, and now the final measure. It's a pedal point scenario where we're going to just keep our ring finger on this 14th fret on the 3rd string, and we'll bounce off the bottom string to that note. So we'll start on the 15th fret on the bottom string and bounce off that 14. Then we'll go to the 14th fret on the bottom string with our pinky and bounce off of that 3rd string. Then we'll hit the 12th fret on the bottom string and bounce off the 3rd string again. And then finally the 15th fret on the second string. So here's this whole measure, slowly. Now during this entire sequence, I'm using alternate picking with the right hand, so try doing some down-up picking with your right hand. You can try using a combination of strict alternate picking or some economy picking, whatever's more comfortable for you, but try and use some alternate picking on this. It'll flow much easier than trying to do all down picks. You've just learned the intro to Sweet Child of Mine. Enjoy this one, it's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up on this one, tap the bell, and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.